It is said that humans are creatures with insatiable greed. You don't believe it, do you? Then, let me prove it. My name is Marina, 22 years old, and I'm the daughter of an ordinary small business family. Therefore, when it comes to luxury cars to go to school, Hermes, expensive handbags, and limited edition Gucci dresses, those are all what I couldn't possess. But I'm still exposed to them every day. Where? They're on my best friend's Tracy. Tracy and I have been close since we started college. It's been almost 4 years now, and we've still been glued at the hip. Everyone around us constantly wonder how two completely opposite people like us can manage to get along. Indeed, Tracy comes from a prestigious background, with outstanding academic performance, yet she's never arrogant. Actually, she's very friendly and popular with her peers, so I truly admire her. Unlike her, I'm in a completely opposite situation. I have no idea of since when I was alienated by my classmates for no reason. But it's okay. I have Tracy and also Tim. That's enough for me. Oh, I forgot to introduce Tim. He is my boyfriend. We've been in love since we were 17, the best years of our youth. In my high school back then, Tim was also quite prominent, but somehow he pursued an ordinary girl like me. The romance between Cinderella and Prince Charming was told continuously at our school, like a long-lasting love story. I loved Tim very much, and I'm extremely proud of him. After becoming BFFs with Tracy in college, I immediately introduced Tim to her. Contrary to my expectations, Tim didn't have much favorable friendliness towards Tracy.
Marina, later when we hang out together, please don't bring Tracy along anymore. I feel uncomfortable with her.
I didn't understand why he suddenly harbored negative feelings towards a person like that. I asked for the reason, but Tim just shook his head and didn't want to spit it out. In contrast to Tim's first unfavorable impression of her, Tracy was extremely enthusiastic whenever she mentioned him. She even invited us to the mansion to party, asked us to eat out, and waited for us after class. One is my best friend, and the other is my boyfriend. And I, standing in the middle, always had to struggle to harmonize the relationship. On a beautiful morning, Tracy asked me to go to camping in the suburbs on the weekend. I eagerly texted Tim, but unexpectedly, he already even knew about it before I did.
Tracy already texted me. She and I also made a list of the items to bring, so your mission is merely to prepare a beautiful soul ready for any upcoming fun.
They had already privately texted each other in advance, and they even chatted happily with each other as if I don't exist. Having ended the call with Tim, I suddenly felt disappointment overwhelming my heart. It would be petty if I made a fuss just because of this trivial matter. But the bad feelings kept haunting me for the whole week, especially whenever I saw them talking enthusiastically with each other. And sometimes, I myself felt like a redundant person in the atmosphere they created. How come? They didn't seem to care much about each other not long ago. One time, when I was alone with Tim, I couldn't help but ask him about her. Tim, lately it seems like you and Tracy are very close, aren't you?
No, it's just that I realized we both have a passion for the guitar, so we talk to each other a bit more.
We? Since when did my boyfriend and my best friend become we? A woman's sixth sense told me that their relationship was definitely not normal at all. Seeing me sulky, Tim had to lower his voice to comfort me.
Come on, Marina, don't overthink like that. We've been together for 7 years. After such a long time, you're supposed to understand me enough to trust me completely, right?
Damn it! Can't believe it at that moment. His sweet words successfully comforted me. What a shame. 7 years? Yes, that's long. Maybe the same length as the 7 letters in cheat on. It wasn't until when I was stunned due to a picture in which the couple embracing and kissing each other intimately were my 7-year-old lover and my 4-year-old close friend. I realized how blind I was and then could only blame myself for trusting them so firmly. The person who gave me this photo was none other than Jack, Tracy's boyfriend. Can't believe she used to cry to me about signs of Jack's infidelity. How shameless of her.
I and Tracy broke up. I know it's not appropriate to badmouth an ex, but she's truly not that nice. I'm just reminding you to be cautious.
After Jack left, I tightly grasped the photo and burst into tears like a child. I always trusted them and thought they were sincere with me, but not in my wildest dream did I think they were brazenly cheating behind my back. Come to think of it, someone like Tracy didn't short of anything in life, right? She has money, work competence, and everyone's admiration. She could get anything she wants. Why bother flirting with my boyfriend? The camping day soon came, and I smiled at them as if nothing had happened. Do you think I will just tolerate it? No way. Once I held a grudge, I would seek revenge. They would have to pay the price for lying to me. Tim, my feet are tired. Can you carry me?
Yeah, sure.
Tim slightly glanced at Tracy, knowing she wasn't happy, but clearly he couldn't refuse me. I snickered inwardly. Throughout the trip, Tim and I kept showing affection in front of Tracy, making her furious yet unable to do anything. A high self-esteem person like Tracy obviously wouldn't be able to tolerate it for too long.
Tim's just bought a new guitar, right? Could you please play a bit for me?
Oh, really? I snickered inwardly. So it turned out the new guitar, clothes, shoes that Tim has been getting recently were all from the money of my best friend. If my friend had taken care of my boyfriend so well like that, I should give her something back, right? I pulled a stool to sit next to Tim, intimately linking my arm with his. So today, Tim will play the guitar, and I'll sing. This lovely couple will provide music for Tracy, okay? After hearing me out, she squeezed her hands tightly but couldn't think of a reason to refute me. On this camping trip of the Triangle, one was always uneasy, and the other was frustrated. It seems like the only person who can comfortably enjoy it was me. In the evening, I pretended to be tired and went to bed very early. Only when I heard the not-so-soft footsteps of my best friend did I open my eyes and get up, ready to go see some ridiculous drama. Tracy was crying sulkily and making a fuss in front of Tim.
You intentionally showed intimacy to Marina right in front of me, didn't you? Do you still love me or not?
How ridiculous! Asking the boyfriend of her best friend if he loves her? Can't she be aware that she herself is so shameless?
Tracy, it's not that I don't love you. It's just...
What does a humble little girl have that I don't? While he repeats wearing those shabby clothes and a fake purse that can be bought at any street corner. What could she give you? Better off dumping her.
We've been in love for many years. You should at least give me some time. I'll find a chance to break up with her.
Only when she heard those words did Tracy, mad as a hornet expression, eventually soften a bit. Huh, what a fool. Only with a few childish lies like that, she actually believed him. I desperately wanted to step forward and give her a mocking smile at that time. Tim made me realize how insatiable a human could be. What Tim wanted was to possess both girls. Tracy had more money than me, but I'm more pretty than her. I returned to the tent and pretended to call out, Tim, Tracy, where are you guys? They heard me and panicked, letting go of each other. I witnessed all of this scene and couldn't stop laughing inwardly, but outwardly. I pretended not to see anything and walked towards them. It's not that I don't want to make a scene of jealousy. I just want Tracy to understand that someone like her can only be loved where I'm not at. A new week of school started. Every Monday, after classes ended, I always had to stop by my club to get the week's schedule before returning to class, but today was different from usual. My classmates not only didn't go home but also huddled there looking at me with hatred and animosity. I was instantly confused, not knowing what I had done wrong until I saw Tracy standing at the center of attention, tears streaming down her face, which looked so miserable.
Marina, I couldn't believe it until I saw my new watch in your bag. Why did you do that? We're such good friends. If you like it, I could have given it to you, but what you did really disappointed me. It's unacceptable to have a thief by my side as a friend.
Her sharp accusations made the scales fall from my eyes. I couldn't believe that my nice and kind friend for so many years could be such a talented actress. She cried and sobbed to get everybody's sympathy. And consequently, some girls around us on behalf of justice take advantage of the situation to mock me.
From the first place, I already knew she wasn't a decent person. Only the naive Tracy would stupidly hang out with someone like her. Tracy didn't mind her poverty and became her friend. Yet, she still was that shameless to steal from her.
Their insults were increasingly unacceptable. In the past, I would have ignored them, because I would think that Tracy would stand up for me. But now I have awakened, I stood straight in front of Tracy. I'll ask you a few questions, and if you can answer them reasonably, then I'll admit that I'm the thief, okay?
Okay.
First, when did you lose your watch?
At noon, I felt uncomfortable, so I took it off and put it in my backpack.
Is that so? But too bad. At lunch, I was having lunch with Tim. I wasn't even near you enough to have the chance to take anything from your backpack, right?
You're lying. I'm sure Tim was with me at noon.
The surrounding instantly fell into absolute silence, and everyone's gaze immediately shifted from me to Tracy. A loud gasp filled the air, making Tracy blush with embarrassment. Is that so? Did my boyfriend really spend the whole lunchtime with you? How interesting. Tracy realized she had made a slip of the tongue and immediately tried to defend herself.
I just asked him to help me choose a guitar, which is not wrong at all.
I kept nodding my head. So, let me ask again. You lost your watch during lunchtime, right?
That's right.
And you were with Tim then, right?
Yes.
So, it's like you're accusing Tim of stealing your watch, isn't it?
No, I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth.
My questions were becoming more and more pressing, giving her no time to come up with lies. So, you're saying that Tim has nothing to do with this?
Yes.
So, you just hid your watch to blame me, right?
Yes.
This unexpected confession left everyone in the classroom stunned. The girls, on behalf of Justice, who had been scolding me earlier, were now wide-eyed at Tracy with shock. Tracy instantly froze, regretting the stupid words which escaped from her mouth just now. The accusations turned out to shift from me to her. Perhaps this was the first time this little princess had to face such a situation. I gloated over Tracy's pathetic appearance just then. When too many lies are made up, the holes in them will sooner or later be revealed. Previously, she was fully focused on playing this drama to embarrass me. Now, she would know that she's not the only one who knows how to act. My face dropped, and in the moment, tears started rolling down my cheeks. I know you've always looked down on me for being poor, but poverty doesn't mean I'll resort to stealing. For years, I've considered you my closest friend. Yet now, you have to plan to frame me for theft? Why is that? Is it because you liked him, my boyfriend, but he doesn't reciprocate your feelings? Having been back into a corner, Tracy hit the roof and screamed in a jarring tone.
He doesn't reciprocate my feelings? He does love me. He said if it weren't for pitying you, he would have dumped a humble girl like you to be with me a long time ago. Don't you know that?
Along with a bitter smile, tears still streamed down my face. This was not my act. It was truly heartbreaking. No words can describe how I used to cherish them. Yet, they have drowned my heart in betrayal. People around could no longer tolerate Tracy's shamelessness and started berating her. The girl who used to be the center of attention was now the target of ridicule and contempt. That was the most severe punishment for those who live a false, greedy, and never satisfied life like Tracy. Tracy, being berated, sobbed in frustration and gazed towards the door where Tim was standing with a pleaded look. But, to everyone's surprise, the despicable guy hurriedly ran away. It's understandable, though. He only wanted Tracy's money, not her love. So why would he bother staying and facing the music with her? Everything that happened that day was recorded and posted on the school forum. The likes and follows increased exponentially. And the number of people who cursed Tracy and supported me was also increasingly growing. Among them, more than half had previously alienated me. They naturally didn't really care about right or wrong. They only enjoyed judging and insulting others to fill their empty souls. Tracy was so ashamed that she didn't dare come to school. As for Tim, of course we broke up. However, he couldn't bear it and clung to me, begging for my forgiveness. In the middle of the school day, he even followed me to the broadcasting room.
Marina, don't break up with me. Tracy used her money to lure me away from you, so I instantly fell for it. Please, forgive me.
I let out a sarcastic laugh. The type of person who would constantly focus on other people's mistake without seeing the trash in their own head is the one I despise the most. I pointed to the nearby radio set that was flashing and laughed out loud. So, it turned out that someone decided to show their bad nature to the audience. I leaned in close to the microphone and spoke clearly for him and everyone in the school to hear. You probably still don't know where you went wrong, do you? Firstly, you cheated on me. Secondly, you're greedy for money. Thirdly, you never know when enough is enough. People like you don't deserve forgiveness. I gloatingly left those words behind and walked away. To someone who shows no love to me, I definitely won't force myself to be with them. After the noisy incident in the notorious triangle in the school, perhaps I was the quickest to return to normal life. It wasn't until some time later that I saw Tracy again, who seemed ashamed and intentionally avoided me. Time passed quickly, and before I knew it, the day of my university graduation came. That day, after avoiding me many times, Tracy came to find me.
Marina, I'm sorry for what I've done to you in the past. This flower is to congratulate you on your graduation, and also an apology. Could you please accept it?
I no longer felt uncomfortable whenever I saw her like I used to. In the end, time eased my pain a lot. I accepted her bouquet. This time was also the last time I wanted to speak honestly to her. I used to admire you a lot. I wished I could be as rich as you, as good at studying as you, and be loved by everyone like you. Actually, greed exists in every person. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But you know what? People who never know when enough is enough are the most pitiful ones. I said goodbye to Tracy and left. Just as I said goodbye to my university years, I myself was a greedy person too. I used to envy Tracy for the things I didn't have. But luckily, I knew when to stop. Ambition is all about better progress, not about blindly vying for what inherently doesn't belong to you.